Okay, so with the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday, family members, they're finding themselves really having to decline invitations in an effort to help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
But some family members and friends might not be too happy about that. So joining us now to explain how to communicate the decision without really hurting anybody's feelings is etiquette expert from the Golden Rules gal, Lisa Mirza-Gratz. Good morning to you, Lisa. How are you?
Good morning. It's nice to be with you.
So this is a tough one, right? Because some people are already experiencing the anxiety of having to turn someone down. How can you properly express your decision to not attend a Thanksgiving celebration without really hurting somebody's feelings?
I think this is the year we all have such an easy out because of risk. There's risk and more risk when it comes to COVID because it is such a risky and pesky virus. And this is why I'm called the Golden Rules gal, because I think about the Golden Rule and treat others the way I would want to be treated. Can you imagine if you passed on this virus to a family member? I mean, I would feel so guilty if I passed it on to my 86-year-old father. So I think you put it on you and just say, I want to be with you and the family so badly, but I would just not forgive myself if I did something and, put you in the hospital on a ventilator.
But you have to be careful because if you're going to turn Uncle Dan away, you can't invite Uncle Ben, right? Because then someone's going to get jealous.
Oh, well, not only jealous, but really think about it. We have been, since last March, being cautious. It's been 9 months. We're all getting a little bit antsy and we all want to do things. So yes, you can't accept one invitation and not the other. And the problem is we've reached winter where it's hard to ventilate. And that's the whole problem. If you check the CDC web guide, right? They've just updated their holiday gathering site and it's ventilation. And in winter, if it's snowing, you can't open your doors and windows. In summer, it's a lot easier.
What do you do then? Because you don't want to hurt your family members' feelings, right? But what if they start throwing things at you like, well, we're going to open all the windows just to make sure you wear a couple
I'll wear a mask.
We'll wear a mask,
That too.
except when we're eating dinner. And you
Right,
still
we're
are like,
gonna
well, I don't feel comfortable.
pull it down when we're eating. I would still just say, listen, even with small groups of people, the CDC says it's still a risk and can spell disaster. We know it's winter. They've told us that the numbers are spiking. I would just keep throwing out
But what if they
statistics.
say, here's the catch, I'm going to take a COVID test? What do you say then?
Well, I would say, guess what? You can be asymptomatic and still have the virus up to 14 days. Now, wouldn't you feel awful if you went to an event and then I spread it to an unknown amount of people because I had it and didn't know it? So I think you just put it on safety. It's all about safety, and no one wants to be a virus spreader, even though we all want to get together.
Right.
But I have a great idea.
Got it.
This is one thing that my sister and I are doing this year with our cousins. We are sending our family that we cannot be with Thanksgiving dinners completely made. You know how a lot of retailers
that's
now.
generous. Can you send one to
so-
my house?
Yeah, exactly. But the nice part is at least we won't be able to celebrate together, but at least they will, on their own have a meal. I mean,
Yeah.
we just don't want to ever put others at risk.
Yeah.
I mean, you're even at risk. And here's another thing. You invite people. You're having as a host to really trust and rely that others have been doing what they said they're
Exactly.
doing.
It's true.
But we know that that's not always the case, right? I mean, you could be a spreader and not even know it. And I just think the guilt factor is too bad. The risk, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I hear you. Lisa, thank you so much for coming on this morning to talk about this, because I think that there is this anxiety that so many people feel they want to. It's one of those things where you want to be with your family. You're accustomed to, some people have 40, 50-year traditions that you have to break.
Right. I mean, even if you drive in a car, say, across country, you're in your car, an RV, but you're still going to need to make pit stops, right? For the food, the bathroom. So you could have gotten a test, but if you stop along the way on all those frequently touched surfaces, you could pick it up somewhere.
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the problem is, and people are going to say this, well, but, Aunt Marisol is up there in age, and this may be her last Thanksgiving, so I want to be with her. Maybe it's worth the shot.
Luckily, we have Zoom and FaceTime. We can eat our meals together. I even know some people who are sending their family meals, and they're all going to eat at the same time on the computer.
Yeah.
The meal
Make
will
it
be
work.
traditional.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
I tried with you. I mean, I tried really hard, and you shot me down every time.
Yeah.
So good going.
Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Do appreciate your time.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to
Happy
you as well.
Thanksgiving.
I hope Aunt Marisol is okay on Thanksgiving.
I do too.